students. My name is Miss Palendi. Some of you might know who I am already, but for those of you who don't know, during the regular school year, I'm the music teacher at Jefferson Elementary and at Jackson Elementary. So again, hello to some of my students that already know me, and I'm super excited to see and to hopefully have some new faces here too. Because it's summer school, we tend to be a little more laid back and do some fun projects. So over the next few weeks, we're gonna have a theme to each music class, all right? And so the next time you see me in just a moment, I'm not gonna look like this, I'm gonna look a little different, and maybe you could even guess what this week's theme is going to be. It's going to be a different genre of music each week. So let's see when I come back if you can guess what genre we're looking at this week. See you back in just a moment. Yo, my name's MC Palendi and I'm here to host. My skills so supernatural, I'm like the ghost. Rocking these shades and a backwards cap. In case you haven't guessed it, this week's theme is rap. Palendi out. So yes, we are going to be learning a little bit about rap today. Okay, and by the end of today's lesson, we are going to have our own rap written, all right, and we're going to put it to some sweet beats, all right. But before we start delving into writing our own rap, we should probably learn a little bit more about where it came from, because every great genre of music comes from somewhere. So right now we're going to watch a short video that tells us a little bit about where rap came from and how it got to how it is today.
Be rappers. Rap was born way back in '73 in New York City at a house party. DJs mixed beats for dancing crowds, speakers stuffed, and the bass was loud. DJs' friends would make up rhymes, telling stories line by line. These rhymers were the very first MCs. No one had ever heard songs like these. Then came the great Grandmaster Flash, who taught us how to mix and scratch. 80s rap came to stay, and Run DMC walked this way. Then straight out of California, we tuned into NWA. This new sound spread so far and wide, no one could stop it, but people tried. Then soul met hip-hop with a Tribe Called Quest. Tupac faced Biggie as East Coast battled West. 90s rap held a message. They were rebels with a cause. Everyone was listening to Snoop Dogg and Nas. Lauryn Hill had a voice that could make you cry, and Missy had the moves that were super fly. Now, Kendrick stayed humble, and Kanye showed us Jesus. Jay-Z has the flow that will never, ever leave us. Rap is for the people, just like from the start. It's more than music. It's a work of heart.
All right, so that was just a quick 2-minute video just explaining where the roots of rap started and where they left off today. So rap, you can kind of think of rap as an art of storytelling. In a lot of songs, they're telling us a story of something that's happening. So in today's lesson, what we're gonna be doing is first we need to start off with some pretty good beats. All right, so I'm gonna come back to you in just a moment and we're going to discover and learn together how to put together a beat for our rap song. See you on the flip side. All right, welcome back. In just a moment, I'm going to show you how you can put together a beat for your rap, all right? So when we get to the actual rap part, I actually have some kind of like a Mad Libs. If you've ever done a Mad Libs, it's where you fill in the blanks with certain types of words. So I have that format already for you, but you're gonna need to create your own beat to go behind you while you're rapping. So I would like you to go to a website called Groove Pizza. And if you need to rewind and pause the video on the previous slide, I actually posted the website that you're gonna go to. It's called Groove Pizza. Right now I'm gonna share my screen with you. So when you get to Groove Pizza, you get to something that looks like this. And here's a circle, and you'll notice that each of these little slices of the pie have a number next to it, and that represents the beat. So if I play what I have, what's already here right now. Oh, they added something in there. So they have preset beats already for you, but what's neat about this is you can choose what you want to add. So there's a few different ways you can even do this. You can add just by clicking. So maybe I want that sound right there and that one. And what I would like you to do is actually just take a few moments to just kind of explore. And you'll notice that it's connecting it into a shape. It's kind of a pretty cool setup here. So let's see let's just play around and see what this sounds like. So you'll notice it's not playing, this is the one I created. It's not playing that each time. Down here, this is the one that they already have for us. It switches from that one back to the one that I just made. Okay, let's say I wanted to add more. So I'm back to the one that I made right here. Let's say I wanted to see, let's see what this sounds like. You'll notice now that it's adding these. Something else that's cool about this is you'll notice that the farther outside of the circle it is, the lower it is. All right, so these are like your lower drums, and then right in here, in this neon green shape right here, this is gonna be your high sounds. So low sounds out in the middle, out the farthest away from the center, and then the high sounds are right near the center. So then you could probably guess what these sounds are. This kind of mint green, this is going to be your middle sounds. So let's see if I just did something like this. What would this sound like? Going back to the original. And looking at this, you know what I noticed is that having these beats right after another, 1, 2, 3, 4, kind of sounds like a lot. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out one of these, one of those, and let's see, I'm going to add one right over here. See what that sounds like. Okay. So that's sounding pretty cool. Let's say that, oh, you know what? This is really, really fast. And if I'm still practicing my rap and it's going too fast, you can go down to this corner, down to the lower left-hand corner, and it says BPM. All that is beats per minute. So that's basically how fast you're going. So let's say, oh, it's going really fast. So I'm going to drop it down all the way to there. Let's see what that sounds like. So that might be really good for when I'm practicing my rap, right? Okay, I'm gonna move it back up. And there's even these on the, all the way to the left side of the screen, there's these buttons over here that are kind of cool. You can just, they're already beats that are already made for you. So let's say I wanna drag this one over here. See what that sounds like. Okay, sounds pretty cool. Maybe on this one I want to add this instead. Let's see. And so if I drag the shape into kind of the middle space of the circle, that's going to give me my middle sound, kind of not too high, not too low in the middle. If I drag it all the way to the outside, then that's going to give me my low, kind of my bass beats, my really low ones. If I drag it way into the middle, it's going to change the high beats. So maybe I want my low beats, my bass to sound like that. Let's see what this sounds like. So let's say I'm happy with that. I want to keep it. So we're good to go. So we have our beats now. And if you need to pause the video and you want to create your own beat right now, that would be awesome. Or you could always just spend lots of time on Groove Pizza and create your own special beat. Maybe it's your signature beat. Okay. So once you're happy with your beat, now it's time for us to move on to the next step. Okay, the next step, let's see, we have a pretty sweet rhythm going with our beat. So the next step is going to be the actual rap. And before you start freaking out about that, don't worry, I have kind of a recipe to help you be really successful with your rap. Okay, so I'll see you in just a moment and we'll get ready to write our rap. All right, so now we have reached the point of our songwriting story where we need to write the actual words. So we've have the music, the beats. So now it is time for us to actually write the story. So before we go into actually writing the rap, like I told you earlier, I have kind of a recipe for you already. So all you need to do is kind of fill in the words. But I do want to talk to you a little bit about how to create the words for your own rap. So if you wanted to go outside of this assignment and just write your own songs, write your own kind of raps, then this is where you'd be doing it. So let me see really quickly if I can. All right, so I'm going to share my screen with you. And we're going to talk a little bit about how you can actually start writing your own rap if you wanted to do it outside of this assignment, okay? So hopefully right now you're looking at my slide that says recipe for a rap. So there's a few things that you need to think of when you're writing your own rap. It's kind of similar to if you've ever written a poem. It's very, very similar to that. So the things that you need for a rap is content. That's what this first word is. It says content. It's basically, what is your story about? Remember I said earlier that rapping it's normally telling some sort of story. So that's what you need to think about first, is what's important to you. What is your story going to be about? The next thing that you need to think about is flow. So how does it rhyme and how do the words sound? Sometimes, kind of like poems, it doesn't necessarily have to rhyme, but as long as the words sound like they fit, okay? And the last one, and for me, honestly, this one's the hardest, delivery, right here, delivery, which is basically, how are you going to say it? Are you going to speak it really fast? Are you going to say it really slow? Are you going to have a mix of fast and slow in there? And most importantly, do the words seem to fit with the beat? There may be times, if you're listening to a rap song, where you'll hear the singer kind of slow down so that it fits with a certain beat, right? And for this one, for me, I know for me, delivery is what I need to work on the most. And basically, I need to practice it until it sounds right. Just like any good skill, right? You need to practice it until it sounds like it's ready to go, ready to perform. So if you ever wanted to go outside of this assignment and do your own rap song, these are the three things you should think about when you're actually writing out your words. So speaking of the words for the rap song, let me share this with you really quick. So this right here is your bare bones for your rap, if you will. And I'm gonna see if I can make this bigger. There we go. Okay, so like I said, I kind of have your own little recipe already ready to go. And this is gonna help make your rap really easy. So let's go through this really quick. My name is, so right here, you're gonna write your name. My name is Ashley. My name is Justin. My name is Miss Polundy. You can put it to the test, all right? This part right here, so you'll notice that the words right here that are italicized, remember italicized means that the words are slanting like that. These are the words that you're gonna fill in with your own words, okay? So right here it says verb, something you like to do. So in my case, I'm gonna say, singing. Singing and let's see, verb, something you like to do. So I need another verb right here, something that I like to do. I like to sing and I like to play piano. So I might say singing and piano playing is what I like best. Okay. If you have a really long one, like maybe you like to play video games, then what you can do is instead of doing two right here, you can just combine that into one. So instead of saying singing and piano playing is what I like best, maybe you say playing video games is what I like best. So that goes back to the delivery. If it doesn't sound like it fits right, you guys are the artists. So you get to choose, you know what? I don't like the way that sounds. So I'm gonna change it a little bit so that it sounds like it fits. And you'll notice I'm kind of snapping along with it. This makes sure that I'm keeping with the beat. So if I were to just say those first two lines, my name is Miss Polundy, you can put it to the test. Singing and playing piano is what I like best. So you'll notice that second line, I think I should work on that a little bit. Singing and piano playing is what I like best. There, okay. So I'm happy with the delivery of those first two lines. So now, getting down to these next two lines, the next word I have to fill in is the color of my eyes. So I have brown eyes. And, color of my hair and brown hair. Okay, so if I fill that in, it would say, brown eyes and brown hair is what you see. And the last line, but you better believe there's so much more to me. So I'm going to say the whole thing from the top with my own words put in. Okay, the parts that are underlined, those I'm putting in my own words. So if you guys want to snap with me or clap with me, 1, 2, here I go. My name is Miss Polundy, you can put it to the test. Singing and playing piano is what I like best. Brown eyes and brown hair is what you see, but you better believe there's so much more to me. So I might go through it a few more times to make sure that I really have it down. And then, here's the fun part, then you get to put it to your own beat. And I'm gonna be back in just a moment to show you what it sounds like when it's all put together. Remember we worked on Groove Pizza a little bit? So to create our own special beat. So I'm gonna put together the rap that I just did, and I'm gonna put it with my beat, and it's gonna sound really awesome. And again, I might have to practice it a few times just to make sure I really have it down, okay? So I'll see you back in just a moment to show you the finished product. See you soon. All right, yo, MC Polundy, back in the house. I'm ready to show you my completed rap. So what I'm gonna do right now, is I'm gonna start the beat that I created on Groove Pizza. Okay. So I slowed it down a little bit. And I'm snapping along with it. And I'm gonna jump in. Here I go. My name is Miss Polundy, you can put it to the test. Singing and piano playing's what I like best. Brown eyes and brown hair is what you see, but you better believe there's much more to me. All right. So that was the completed performance. Again, if you get finished with that and you're like, I think I could do some more. I think I could add on some more of my own rhymes. You should absolutely do it. I think that would be awesome. Hopefully you have fun with this project, you guys. And I'll be looking for a way to get in contact with you. So maybe you can kind of share some of your videos if you feel comfortable with it. All right. I hope you guys had a lot of fun with this. I had a blast. Be sure to tune in next week for next week's genre. And I'm not going to tell you yet what it is. I'm going to try to keep it a surprise. And just like at the beginning of this one, maybe I'll give you a few hints and see if you can guess what it is. All right. MC Palendi out.